There's one format of landing page that we have used to increase ad performance time and time again. And whenever I've shown this to other people and they've introduced it into their funnel, they've said the same thing. As soon as they introduce this page, it increases the ad performance, sometimes up to 2x, even beyond. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this landing page format with you. I'm going to explain why it works, and I'm going to show you how you can actually build your own. So let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about the landing page. The type of landing page that is one of the easiest to build with the best ROI is a listicle. Now, a listicle is a landing page that lists out a number of reasons, points, ways, features, benefits the customer can experience when they purchase your product. So here's how it works. Number one, you hook your audience in with the headline. Number two, it's very simple and easy to consume for the visitor. Number three, there's a lot of visuals to explain each point if the visitor doesn't want to read the text. All right, so let's look at some examples and you'll see this in practice. So this first one here is from the UDI. 7 reasons why you need an UDI. You'll learn number 7. And you can see that it's very, very simple, right? If I want to consume this page, I can skim it. I can look at the images. There's not a lot of reading and complex things to be done here, right? So we're reducing the fatigue, the cognitive load in our reader, right? So it just goes through 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. You can see that it has this alternating style, and yeah, very, very easy to skim through. Even just reading the headlines of these, you just get everything you need from this page, right? Then there's some social proof with these comments, these reviews, and where can you get an UDI? There's a little bit of like urgency, scarcity here, and then some images of customers wearing the product. So that's one example. Here's another example from this socks brand, and the headline doesn't always have to start with like 5 reasons or 5 ways. You can do something different like this, where it says, "Forget wool, alpaca makes the hardest working socks." A little intro section here, and then it goes into each of the points, right? So number 1, you can see is very, very similar, right? White background, easy to see, big headlines in bold, and a little bit of description text. Comfortable 14 hours, enhanced temperature regulation, odor eliminating, keeps feet dry in any condition, thousands of happy outdoor workers, test them out for 90 days, right? I have a lot of information about the product now that I've just consumed in a very short amount of time. And final call to action here. So moving on to the next one from Miracle Sheets. This is 6 reasons why this is the #1 gift of 2023. So again, text and image side by side, big headline, a little bit of description text, a little bit more here, but temperature regulating comfort, up to 3x less laundry and big savings. Your sheets are damaging your skin, odor fighting, luxury comfort without the price tag. Try them 100% risk-free, right? And then this offer here. 5 reasons why Moon Magic is the perfect gift, and then a little intro section. Number 1, ready to gift experience. Number 2, the gift of meaning. Number 3, nothing less than real gems. And the visuals are really, really important here as well for a product like this. And they've made sure to include these high quality professional shots that really elevate the product. Surprisingly affordable. Throughout there's like these highlighted products that you can click on. And then yeah, more than 350k happy customers and counting. They have some images here, some social proof, and then finally like a 50% off, and then some guarantees. And this video how the product's made. So yeah, that just gives you a few different examples of listicles, and you can see that the format that follows is very the same. This one, let's say, is more like on brand, you could say, but still like it follows the same structure. Big headline, smaller body text, a little bit of description, not too much, next to an image, right, down the page, and that's how it is. So with those examples, let's go into like how do we actually build a listicle? What is the process end to end for building a listicle, right? So it all starts with the research. Any successful landing page starts by understanding the customer, their problems, their failed solutions, and what they value the most. So what you need to do is you block out some time to dive deep into customer research. And this is how we actually do customer research, right? So the first thing we'll do is we will mine through our own customer reviews and competitor customer reviews, including Amazon, right? Amazon is a gold mine. If you have products that are similar to yours, competitors on Amazon, definitely go and look at the reviews. Look at the good reviews, bad reviews, look at all of them, right? Then you want to look through Reddit, Quora, and other forums to find what your customers are talking about, the problems they're facing, the words they're using to describe that problem. This is like insanely valuable because people are incredibly open on these forums. They'll talk about whatever, right? Even the most personal things. So these are great ways to find out that information about your customer. Send surveys out to your existing customers, asking them about the main problem they were trying to solve when they purchased your product, how the product solved their problem, and how do they feel now afterwards, right? Great information. If you have a lot of customers, this is great. And then something that is super easy to do and you should do today if you haven't already is add a post-purchase survey to your website to collect similar info as above. So all these sorts of questions that we're asking in the survey, we can add them to a post-purchase survey where you get probably about 20% response rate on that survey just from people who purchase your products, right? So you're going to collect good information, good data from that survey as well that you can use in the future. Next thing you want to do once you have all of this is pull all the information you find from your research onto a visual board. Use something like Figma like this, or use something like Milanote, and build out specific customer personas. This will give you, first of all, a visual, but the second thing, it's going to give you, like, the time that you spend organizing this information will make it clearer which direction you should go in. There's something about doing this yourself that the more time you spend in it, the deeper you go down the rabbit holes, the more you begin to understand your customer, and the easier it is to identify, okay, we should go in this direction, we should target this customer type, this persona, we understand them so well, their problems are very, very clear, we have the perfect solution for them, let's do it, right? It becomes very, very clear on the direction. So this is something that I highly, highly recommend and is a vital step in the landing page building process. Once you have that, the next thing you want to do is identify the audience. So this starts by choosing a customer persona that you'll be targeting and speaking to on your landing page. So you want to identify that persona that you have likely found through your research, right, that we just spoke about. After that, you want to identify what stage of awareness the customer is at. And you want to just look up Eugene Schwartz's 5-stage of market awareness. Basically, there's 5 stages: unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware. Everyone in a market is at these different stages. And the reason why you want to identify which stage to go after is because each of these stages need to be spoken to in different ways. They're all at different stages of their journey, and addressing someone who is already solution aware and trying to convince them of the problem, they're already aware of the problem and they're already aware of solutions, right? So you want to talk to them in a different way, right? Those people are maybe more they're in a better position maybe to start introducing your product directly to them. After that, you want to choose the angle. This is the specific problem you'll be addressing, or the mechanism, the unique mechanism you'll be using. This is the unique thing that separates your product from others, or the specific persuasion principles you'll be using. Are you going to go heavy on social proof? Are you going to try more like trust building? So these are just different ways you can use to build an angle. I'm going to give you an example of this right now. So let's just say we have a meal kit delivery company, right? We have identified that the persona is, one of our personas is Sarah, a 34-year-old working mom with 2 young kids. We understand her very well because we've done the research. We understand that she is problem aware, and the angle that we're going to be using for this page to target this persona is Sarah doesn't have the time to feed her kids healthy, nutritious meals throughout the week because of her job, right? That's really the problem that we're addressing. And we want to introduce a new solution to her that solves a problem in a fast, convenient way. So we're addressing the problem head on, and we're going to be talking about nutritious meals, but we're also going to be talking about the speed and convenience because she is stuck for time. Okay? So this is our angle. Then we want to write headlines. Using the information above, we start writing headlines. We write 3 to 5 headlines. You're going to want to decide on the best headlines that you write out, right? Do a bit of brainstorming and test them against each other, because the headline, the way I see it, is like the hook in your ad creative. You don't really know which one's going to work, so you want to test a few against each other and go in the direction of the one that's working the best. So an example of this is 5 reasons why busy working mums with young kids are buying their meals from this company. And this is a very simple one, but it goes in line with the angle that we addressed above, where we're talking to Sarah, the 34-year-old working mum with 2 young kids, who's problem aware, and we're introducing her to this solution, right? If you look at the stages of awareness, if someone is problem aware, the next stage that they need to progress to is solution aware. They need to become aware of solutions, right? We need to introduce a solution to them and convince them that the solution is right for them. Once we've done that, we can introduce our product as that solution and then move them to the most aware stage where they're ready to buy. Okay? So after our headlines comes writing the copy for each reason. So you want to write out the reasons first. These are just the individual points. You want to choose a number. 5 to 7 is good, like 5 reasons why, 6 reasons why, 5 ways. That's really, 5 to 7 is a good number. Then you want to fill in a short explanation of each reason. This is like 2 to 3 sentences maximum. As we saw in the examples, right? There's just a little bit of body text underneath. It just expands on the reason a little bit more in case customers do want to read a little bit more information. But you want the copy for each reason, as we saw in the examples, it should be self-explanatory. It should explain everything the customer needs to know in that section, right? And then if the customer does want to know more, they can read more, okay? After that, you want to add social proof. So below all the reasons, you want to add customer reviews, press logos, before and afters, UGC images. These will go below the reasons, as we saw in the examples. After that, you're ready to build the page. So we use Replo. It's a page builder for Shopify stores. Replo has many templates of listicles where it's easy to plug and play. You can literally go into Replo, go to the templates library, find a listicle, add it, and then just change out the content for your content, right? It's that easy. And then you want to add CTA buttons throughout the page just to make sure that there are areas where customers can click to go to the next stage. So finally, how do you actually test the landing page? Once you've already, once it's built, once it's ready to go, how do you test this on your ads? So what we like to do is we like to separate out landing page testing from creative testing. We usually do this in a separate campaign or a separate ad set, right? And we use creatives that have proven to work when testing these landing pages. We want to reduce the number of variables we're testing to get cleaner data. If you're testing creatives and landing pages at the same time and it doesn't work or it does work, well, how do you know if it was a creative or a landing page, right? Or is it a mixture of both? You want to get clean as possible data by reducing the number of variables you're testing, all right? With that being said, you also want to make the experience congruent, right? So you want to have a balance of having a creative style that has proven to work, but also have a congruency between the message, the audience, the stage of awareness, and the angle that you're using in your ad and on your landing page. So if someone, if you're talking to Sarah in your ad and you're addressing that problem and solution, when she clicks to go to the landing page and she sees that headline, it's going to be very, very congruent. She's going to realize that she's in the right place and she should continue reading and stay there and take the next step, okay? So that is how to build a listicle end to end. Hope this was helpful. If you like this, leave a comment down below. Let me know what else you would like me to talk about in terms of landing pages, right? More examples, different styles, formats, landing pages, go deeper into like how to actually build it, show you guys maybe a tutorial on the building process. Let me know and we will talk soon.